You check your account, numbers stare back. You've done everything they told you, worked overtime, cut expenses, saved what's left. And that knot in your stomach, still there, tighter now than 3 years ago. Here's what no one's saying: your money problem isn't about money. It's a frequency mismatch. Your mind is broadcasting scarcity on repeat, and the universe is responding with the exact life you're telling it to create. Every financially free person you admire, they cracked a code you weren't taught. Not about investing, not about budgeting, about the invisible operating system running behind everything you believe about wealth. By the end, you'll identify the exact belief sabotaging your bank account, the mental virus wealthy people deleted years ago, and the 30-day protocol that transforms how money moves through your life. Claire did it. Went from checking her balance 17 times a day to building her first $8,400 emergency fund. Same income, different frequency. Right now, your brain is transmitting a signal, not metaphorical. Actual neural patterns that dictate every financial decision you make before you're aware you're making it. Scarcity frequency, the belief that resources deplete, opportunities vanish, and what you lose never returns. This isn't about being broke. This is about thinking like you're broke even when you're not. It's checking prices twice, declining invitations because next month will be better. Feeling physical relief when you don't spend, not because you're building wealth, but because you avoided the fear of running out. Here's where it gets visceral. Scarcity mindset doesn't protect you from poverty. It guarantees it. Because when your internal broadcast says there's never enough, your behaviors align. You hoard what little you have. Avoid calculated risks. Miss opportunities that require upfront investment of time or money. You work harder but stay exactly where you are. The wealthy, they deleted that frequency years ago. Replaced it with abundance transmission. The belief that value multiplies, opportunities regenerate, and setbacks are temporary data points, not permanent sentences. They see the same economy you see, same inflation, same job market, but their mental receiver picks up different signals. Ask yourself right now, when you see money leave your account, do you feel loss or circulation? When someone else succeeds financially, do you feel scarcity or proof of possibility? Your answer reveals your broadcast frequency. Most of your beliefs about money, you didn't choose them. You absorbed them between ages 4 and 14 from people who loved you but were running the same broken code. Think back, did your parents argue about money? Did they say things like, "We can't afford that," more than "How can we afford that?" Did they treat wealth as something other people had, not something you build? That's the virus. Poverty programming downloaded before your brain had firewalls. And here's the part that'll make your chest tighten. You've been executing someone else's financial fear for 20 years, thinking it's your own wisdom. Claire, 29, operations manager at a logistics company, married 4 years to David, one son Mason, age 3. Salary, $48,600 per year. She woke every morning at 4:18 a.m., stomach already in knots. Grabbed phone. Checking account, $214 until payday, 6 days away. 11 active payment plans, none over $94. Tuesday, June 11th, 2:33 p.m. Mason needed new shoes. Claire stood in the aisle, held a pair, $32, put them back, picked up the $19 pair, walked to checkout, swiped card, declined, insufficient funds. She'd forgotten the auto payment that morning. Left the store, sat in car, hands shaking. One thought wouldn't stop: I do everything right and it's still never enough. But here's what Claire didn't see. Her mother grew up in a household where payday meant immediate bill panic. Claire inherited that panic. Every paycheck triggered the same thought loop her mother had: cover everything before it disappears. She wasn't managing money, she was managing inherited trauma. Changing your financial life isn't about learning new tactics. It's about deleting old code and installing new programming. 30 days, one belief at a time. Claire made a decision that terrified her. For 1 month, she'd challenge every limiting belief about money. Write them down, question their origin, replace them with tested truth. Day 1, wrote belief number 1, there's never enough. Asked, where did this come from? Traced it back, her grandmother's words during childhood visits. Save everything, you never know when it'll run out. That belief wasn't hers. It was an 80-year-old fear from the Depression era. Day 7, noticed something. Every time David suggested buying something that wasn't essential, Claire's body tensed. Stomach dropped, heart rate spiked. She wasn't responding to the purchase. She was responding to the programming that said spending equals danger. Day 14, created a separate savings account. Radical move, transferred $280 on payday before paying anything else. Went against every instinct. Her scarcity programming screamed, you can't afford to save right now. Her new abundance code said, you can't afford not to. Day 19, David asked, "Why are you checking the bank app less?" Claire realized she'd checked it 11 times yesterday. Used to be 47 times per day. The obsession was fading because the fear frequency was weakening. Day 30, opened savings, $560. First time in her adult life she'd saved 2 consecutive paychecks without emergency withdrawals. But here's the bigger shift: she didn't feel relief. She felt proof. Proof that scarcity was a lie her nervous system believed, not a reality her bank account confirmed. Month 6 emergency fund reached $2,800, but the transformation wasn't the number. It was who she'd become. Stopped avoiding money conversations with David, negotiated a $4,200 annual raise, first time she'd ever asked. Started a side consultation gig bringing in $620 monthly, not because she learned new skills, because she deleted the belief that she wasn't allowed to want more. David said one Sunday morning, "You don't wake up panicking anymore." Claire thought about it. True, last time she woke at 4:18 a.m. with money anxiety, she couldn't remember. The frequency had shifted. And when your internal broadcast changes, your external reality has no choice but to follow. If you're ready to shift your frequency, here are the 5 beliefs wealthy people deleted that broke people still run. Deletion 1: money is scarce. New code: value is abundant and I create it. Wealthy people don't chase money, they create value and money follows. Poor people chase money directly and wonder why it runs. Deletion 2: spending is loss. New code: investment circulates wealth. Rich people ask, will this create value beyond its cost? Poor people ask, can I avoid this expense? One mindset builds, the other hoards. Deletion 3: what I have is all I'll get. New code: opportunities regenerate infinitely. Scarcity says the pie is fixed. Abundance says you bake new pies. Wealthy people see setbacks as data. Poor people see them as proof they were right to be afraid. Deletion 4: other people's success means less for me. New code: their success proves it's possible. When you operate from scarcity, every win around you feels like your loss. When you operate from abundance, every win is evidence the system works and you can access it too. Deletion 5: I need to figure this out alone. New code: leverage and collaboration multiply results. Rich people build teams, poor people protect their small pile alone. One scales, the other plateaus. Run a diagnostic right now. Which of these 5 beliefs is still running in your mental background? The one that made your chest tighten when you read it, that's your target. Here's what happened when Claire shifted frequency. Her income didn't explode overnight. Her expenses didn't vanish. What changed was the lens. She stopped seeing her financial life as a problem to survive and started seeing it as a system to optimize. Month 9, Claire and David opened a joint investment account. Started with $150 monthly, nothing aggressive, just consistent. The old Claire would have said, we can't afford that right now. The new Claire said, we can't afford to delay this. Month 14, Mason needed new shoes again. Claire walked into the same store. Picked up the pair she wanted, $38, swiped card, approved, no stomach drop, no panic, just a transaction. That's abundance frequency, not reckless spending, but the absence of fear dictating every choice. Her coworker Rachel said one afternoon, "You're different lately, can't explain it, you just seem lighter." Claire knew exactly what it was. For 29 years she'd carried someone else's financial fear. She'd finally put it down. Claire didn't become a millionaire, she became someone who thinks like one. And that's the shift that changes everything. Because wealthy people aren't wealthy because they have money. They have money because they think wealthy first. So here's your choice. You can keep running the code you inherited, checking prices twice, declining opportunities, feeling that stomach knot every time you see your balance. Or you can do what Claire did. Challenge every belief, delete the virus, and install the operating system that builds wealth. This isn't about positive thinking. This isn't about pretending you have money you don't. This is about recognizing that your scarcity mindset is a program, not a personality, and programs can be rewritten. Start today, write down the one belief about money you've never questioned. Ask, where did this come from? Is it mine or is it inherited fear? Then replace it, not with fantasy, with tested truth. I've never had financial freedom becomes, I haven't built financial freedom yet and I'm learning how. That small shift from permanent to temporary rewrites your entire frequency. You don't need permission to be financially free, you need new programming, and that starts now. Comment frequency shifted if you identified the limiting belief you're deleting today. If you're the type who refuses to inherit other people's poverty programming, The video on screen shows you the exact mental protocol wealthy people use to build abundance consciousness in 90 days. Like this video, share it with someone still trapped in scarcity transmission. Subscribe because every week I bring you the mindset shifts that financially free people run on autopilot. Become a member for exclusive deep dives on reprogramming your financial operating system. And drop in the comments, what's the one money belief you're challenging today? Let's rewrite the code together.